Okay, everybody, welcome back to the question of the day. Alright, today's question of the day is by Lena Neal. And her question is, if you could live anywhere, where would it be and why? And I've also got down here Denise Lucia, do I pronounce your last name right? She kind of asked the same question, so that's why I have both of them down here. Um, Now this is kind of a hard question for me. Back in the day when I was younger, like a teenager, and then even, first married, young adult, young mom with my little babies and stuff when Elizabeth and Katie were babies and toddlers and growing up, I could have probably picked some far off place, probably just in the United States, because my whole life I have always been like, there's no way I'm leaving the USA if I can help it, because I'm a big baby, I'm chicken, I'm scared I've never flown in an airplane, don't want to, scared. Never been on a ship, like a cruise or whatever, don't want to, I'm scared, chicken. Don't even want to be on a train. And so the only way I want to travel is in a vehicle that has rubber tires on the road. Okay, so you can only do that in the USA, to get there. So it would have to be one of the states in the USA. So I have always been that way. So I would have only said somewhere, but it would have been a far off state that I had never been to, and the name of it probably would have sounded like, oh, that sounds so fancy or whatever, That's what I would have went by, because I would have probably had no earthly idea what it was really about, and the place could have been like really nothing, just the name was kind of fancy or whatever. But so I'd have probably picked something back then. And I'm going to say that, it could have probably been Florida, Tennessee. Well, I've been to Tennessee a lot. I've lived in Tennessee now. Um, Never been to Florida. And from what I'm hearing from it, I, I take that back. I have too been to Florida. What am I talking about? I've even been to Virginia. Albert's sister Sue used to live in Florida, and we went to her house there. Now she lives in Virginia. We've been to her house there. And Virginia's a fancy name. State. But Florida's hot. Now, that's where I would try to probably make my decision. A state that does not get too hot, or that does not get too cold. Because when it's hot summertime, I am very hot nature, and I gotta be cooled off and have my air. When it is very cold wintertime, sometimes even in the spring and fall, it's a little chilly for me, and I need to be warm. So I need my heat. So somewhere that it's not too cold and not too hot, and I don't know what states is like that and what ain't. So I couldn't tell you. Now I like the thing about Rhode Island, because they say it's the smallest state out of all of them. Of course, it looks like a little dot on the map. When you get there and get in it, it's still just going to be like all of these other states, just a whole big old thing around you, and you can't really see the ends of it. So, so let's see. Then I like Michigan, specifically Mackinac Island, Michigan. Now that's an island. There is no cars on it. They have bicycles, and yes, so the way you get to this island, they have barges. I think that's what you call them. That sounded funny. Barge. But it's where you would get on the barge and ride the barge across. Now, in my younger day, that's one that I would have picked. It's probably a brain thing. Okay? All in your mind. It's the same thing as a boat, big ship. You know, I mean, if something happens and it wrecks or it splits, you could fall in the water and deep down, and I don't know how to swim, so then I'd die. And sharks and whales would come eat me, you know. So anyway, but I would have traveled over a barge to get to Mackinac Island. Now at my age, I'm not so sure I would do that. I might, because still Mackinac Island sounds neat to me, that it don't have cars and it has bicycles, and it's just, I've watched a movie that was set there way back in the day. I've gotten books from libraries about Mackinac Island, and it just sounds so neat, and I would just love to stay there, you know, or live there, because the question is if I could live anywhere. So I would pick that. But to be honest with you, Lena and Denise, at my age now, and I'm 48, I'll soon be 49. I think that's how old I am. I may already be 49. I can't even remember anymore. I'm so old. I'm content where I'm at. I'm at home. I have realized the older I get, the more home I want to be. And when I say that word home, I don't necessarily mean my house, you know. I'm talking about, I guess, the state that I've lived in most of my life, was raised up in. I feel close to home. I feel at home here where I'm at, and I don't really want to be anywhere else. I'm getting older. One day I'll die, probably sooner than later. That's my answer. I don't know what else to say, so probably I'd pick here. So, I don't know if y'all like the answer to that question or not, but that's my answer. I didn't know any other way to answer it. But there you go. There's your question of the day. So I hope everybody enjoyed it, and I want to make more videos. I didn't get to make any all day today, and you know, now I've made them. Of course, I've made several, and I guess this is my last one for today. I need to get quiet so they can sleep. Of course, I'm going to cut videos on here in a minute, kind of try too low, and watch some stuff, but I'm going to get to uploading these. And, alright, so maybe tomorrow will be a better day, better videos, sooner in the day. And I'm going to do some more organizing, and I'll show y'all that. And there we go. Maybe tomorrow I can get back to our Let's Read story video and tell y'all the second chapter of the story. I'm dying to do that, but as y'all know, I had gotten sick, the ear problem, and it just, you know, I haven't felt good. I haven't felt well. I haven't had any energy. I haven't felt like doing anything, so I'm sorry about all that. Hopefully I can get going here. Alright, I'm out of here. Until next time, I'm done. I'm going to lose.